All right. Who can tell me the first step of the scientific method, or the first letter of our acronym? What do you got, Joe?
I.
I? Is that the acronym that Mrs. Harper taught you at the beginning of class? Oh, you were course. Never mind. Garrett, do you remember?
A.
A. Okay? So we have A. Now, somebody else besides Garrett who can tell me what the A stands for? Luke.
I forgot.
Ooh. Clay.
Asking a question.
So we ask a question. All right, now, who can come up with a question that has been bugging them for at least the last 10 minutes? Joe? How many people are wearing hooded sweatshirts? I love it, Joe. I know that's exactly what I was thinking too. So right now we're asking the question, how many people in class right now are wearing hooded sweatshirts? So that is our question. What is the second step of the scientific method? Or what is the second letter? Bree, you remember what the second letter is?
Yeah. H.
H. Okay? And who remembers what H stands for, Emily? Hypothesis. Alright?
What's S?
Who wants to come up with an hypothesis for our question, Maddie?
Wait, so I just guessed.
Sure. 3. Maddie says 3 people are wearing hooded sweatshirts. Now, Maddie, how'd you come up with that answer? You just guessed? You didn't look around the room to see if anybody was wearing hooded sweatshirts first or anything?
Well, I already know.
Okay, so she looked around the room and she saw, okay, and started counting. Now, maybe she counted correctly, maybe she didn't, but she used her eyes to take observations. So she did that before she took her hypothesis. All right. Next part of the scientific method. Stephen, what's the next part?
The E.
Yeah, E. Okay? And Jay, what does E stand for?
E stands for experiment.
Experiment. Good job. Who knows what we can do for an experiment in our example of the number of hoodies? Garrett, what can we do for an experiment?
Make everyone who has a sweatshirt on stand up.
Alright, so we're having hoodies stand up. So if you have a hoodie on, stand up. Okay.
Emily has one.
She's not wearing it though, so we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Is yours, Dakota, have a hood on it? Nope, it's more of a shawl. Okay, so we have 2 people. Okay, thank you for standing up. Have a seat. Alright, next part. Alyssa, you got that part?
Yeah.
What is it? What letter?
A.
A. Who knows what the A stands for? Who we not to call on? Max.
Analyzing data.
Analyzing data. Okay? Now, who can tell me what can we do with the data that we formed? We got 2 people that wear hoodies. What can we do with that to analyze it? Bree?
Put them in colors?
Put them, what do you mean put them in colors?
Like people that are wearing hoodies and charts.
Okay, she says to make a chart, so let's make a chart. Okay, so off to the side, she says we're going to make a chart. Put chart down in our parentheses, and we're going to put number of peeps and hoodie with a question mark. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. We're not going to do number of peeps. We're going to put name over here. There we go. Name. Okay. So, Joe, were you wearing a hoodie?
No.
No. Jaya, were you wearing a hoodie?
No.
No. Dracona, were you wearing a hoodie? No. Cassidy, were you wearing a hoodie? Yeah. Cora, were you wearing a hoodie?
Yeah.
Okay. So then now we have everything organized in the table. What can we do with our table after that? put it in order. Okay, so right now it's already in order. No's, then yeses. Okay? What can we do with a table? What can we make from a table?
Bingo.
We spent 2 days last week doing this, making these. I'll give you a hint. Looks like this. Joe?
Or line graph.
Okay, so he says a line graph. Okay, now a line graph is going to be kind of difficult with this one because it's either going to be no or yes.
Or
The
bar
way you want.
graph.
So he's going to put bar graph. So we're going to put number of peeps on the side. And then we're going to put yes and no. So, and then it's going to be labeled as hoodie. Okay, and then we add 2 people. And we add a lot more people that are not wearing hoodies. Okay. Thank you, I did forget the title. So let's put this title. Hood.
Hoodie down there.
And the tape.
Okay. Now, judging from looking at this graph, can you tell, are more people not wearing hoodies or are more people wearing hoodies? More people are not, because the bar graph over here, even though it's not the best bar graph in the world, you can tell just by looking at it that this one goes up a lot. Can we tell how much?
No.
No, because I didn't put any numbers over here, but we can tell. All right. After the A, what comes after that? Who have we not heard from? Dracona, what comes after that? Your first name is? D. There you go. Okay. Who remembers what D stands for, Cam?
Drawing a conclusion or
So
drawing a conclusion.
Draw a conclusion. Alright, now I'm going to need some more room, so I'm going to erase stuff over here. I would keep this if you are not out of room. Okay. Now, if we draw conclusions, I'm going to tell you, you need to relate it to the hypothesis. Okay, so let's go back to our hypothesis. Maddie, how many people did you say thought you were wearing hoodies?
I thought 3 and one was
So were you right? No. So no, no. Our hypothesis, and I'm going to abbreviate, was incorrect. And that's all we have to put for drawing conclusions because it means that we look back at our data. And everybody, what is the last letter? Everybody?
C.
Which stands for what, everybody?
C.
Communicating results.
Communicate results.
Good job.
Alright. Now, what are some ways we communicate results? Alyssa.
Texting.
Oh, I knew that was going to be first, too. Maddie. Talking. Okay, let's think of more specific things. Sorry, more
email.
scientific things.
Oh.
So he says email?
No, graphs.
Graph. Okay, we could use a graph, even though that gets confusing because sometimes that's analyzing data. Cora?
Newspaper.
Okay, the paper. Awesome. Okay. Good job. Now, in our example, was it pretty obvious which part was the hypothesis, which part was the asking a question and things like that? Yeah. Do you think it's always going to be that obvious?
No.
No.